Florida, I'm Christopher Gomez.
I'm Valentina Gaspari. Today.
Hey there, good morning, South Florida. I'm Christopher Gomez.
I'm Valentina Gaspari. Today's Monday.
Oh, sorry, I heard Steven. It messed me up. Hey there, good morning, South Florida. I'm Christopher Gomez.
I'm Valentina Gaspari. Today is Monday, September 11th, 2023.
Live from the Lee Caplin School of Journalism and Media in North Miami, this is Caplin News.
A nearby country discovers something unexpected from its citizens in regards to Russia's attack on Ukraine. Accusations this morning that Cuban citizens are being trafficked into Ukraine to fight on behalf of Russia.
Caplin News DC Bureau correspondent Alexandra Howard takes a closer look.
As Russia's invasion of Ukraine persists, Cuba claims to have discovered a human trafficking ring of its citizens being forced to fight on behalf of Moscow in Ukraine. Cuba's decision to publicly announce this news does not relate to the country's possible wishes to cut ties with Russia, but stems from the regime's low-profile partnership with a foreign organization.
This is a smokescreen emergency operation launched by the Cuban regime itself to save face in front of the European Union and salvage the agreement with the European Union. They need European investment and European tourists in Cuba.
The island nation's connection with Russia will be another ongoing mystery as the war with Ukraine advances.
Russia only has itself to blame if relations get worse with Cuba. I do hope that other countries, particularly the United States, will take advantage of this kind of opening to perhaps seek better relations and to widen these gaps between Russia and other countries.
As Cuba's foreign relationships continue to be analyzed, a worry forms for the lives of Cubans in Ukraine and their homeland.
What I fear is that we're going to see a repeat of that with this human trafficking question. You're going to have some people put on trial, in a show trial, subjected to long prison terms, maybe even to the extreme of executions, to wash their hands of what is clearly a channel between Havana and Moscow to send Cuban volunteers, Cuban troops, to back their invasion of Ukraine.
For now, it is unclear how long these Cuban citizens have been trafficked to Ukraine and how many are still on the front lines. Reporting for Caplin News in Washington, D.C., I'm Alexandra Howard.
Today is a mournful day as the nation honors and remembers those lost 22 years ago in the Twin Towers, the Pentagon, and the Philadelphia countryside. As News 12's Tom Kronowski reports, firefighters in Connecticut keep their 9/11 tradition alive.
When Ride 343 reached out, there were no questions asked. The only question was, what else can we do?
The Milford Fire Department served as a rest stop for dozens of firefighters cycling across Connecticut in the 13th annual FDNY 343 ride, 95 miles in all.
A little quick break, refill our water bottles to keep going.
Long ride, but during you don't think about it. You just keep riding and think about everybody else and the pain they felt, running up the stairs and the towers and everything else that went along with it.
The next stop was in East Haven, where Building Homes for Heroes unveiled a new mortgage-free home for Army Specialist Evan Marcy.
The kid joined the service right after the attacks of 9/11. The kid lost his leg over there, so we've teamed up with Building Homes for Heroes, and it's their 343rd house, so it's fitting that one of our own blood gets the house on this anniversary. It's actually brought our ride full circle.
Firefighter Eugene Whalen, firefighter Edward James White III, and my brother, firefighter Lee S. Fairley.
Those lost on September 11th are front of mind in Milford downtown every day. This memorial features the names of 3 Milford residents lost on September 11th and the 3 sides dedicated to those lost in Washington, D.C., Shanksville, Pennsylvania, and New York City, even featuring steel from the World Trade Center.
It's really a site where we can go and pay reverence to those who were lost in the local community and also those that were perished throughout the country. And it gives us an opportunity to educate and explain to these younger kids what transpired and the significance of 9/11 and those that gave the ultimate sacrifice.
That was News 12's Tom Krasowski reporting. As the tradition carries on, firefighters not only remember the 3 Milford residents, but also the estimated 2,900 Americans who lost their lives that day.
Shifting gears now, building community while building muscles. Don't we all want to do that? Caplin News reporter Sofia Paredes introduces us to a Peloton instructor who lost his arm and then in turn gained 7 million followers.
I'm in here in the Peloton strength training studio.
It might seem like an unusual start to fitness class.
Muscle cut tank top. We got some red Peloton shorts on and some white shoes.
Logan Aldridge describing what he's wearing for people taking the class who are blind or low vision.
To know that you're considered and there's representation for understanding you and where you are is incredibly impactful and profound.
He would know the Raleigh native lost his left arm after a boating accident on Lake Gaston when he was 13 in June 2004.
Logan spends as much time as he can on the water practicing wakeboarding.
Logan making short. Sharing his return to competitive sport and when he was crowned the strongest one-armed man on earth in 2019.
Boy, so much in really unique ways that I would have never expected. First of all, I'm a Peloton instructor. That's incredible. That's insane.
Since becoming a Peloton instructor last year, Aldridge in rare air reaching 7 million people around the world. His classes emphasize on adapted fitness.
Brakes engaged if we're in our wheelchair.
Exercise that incorporates the needs of people with varying abilities. For Caplin News, I am Sofia Paredes.
A father from Boynton Beach is warning parents about the one-chip challenge, which has caused students in his daughter's class to need medical attention. This includes a student who touched the chip and then his eyes. The brand Pocky has marketed itself for social media attention and says the product is made from 2 of the hottest peppers in the world.
One kid touched him, he didn't eat him, he just touched him and it got in his eyes. So they had to administer the fluid for the eyes.
There are people that can get extremely bad, dire effects.
Very concerned. It's like something has to be done. Somebody has to take notice to this.
A 14-year-old boy from Massachusetts died after becoming ill at school soon after eating one of these chips. The autopsy is still pending. Now the food company is voluntarily pulling the product from the shelves. The firm expressed condolences to the family but did not make any further comments about the product.
The lawsuit between Disney and Governor Ron DeSantis has been partially withdrawn by the media giant. The lawsuit now focuses on the claim that DeSantis used his political power to limit Disney's right to free speech. The suit's part of an ongoing conflict sparked by Disney's public opposition to the so-called Don't Say Gay bill. That legislation went into effect in July of 2022.
South Florida is seeing a resurgence on highlight, a European sport once popular here. As Caplin's Daniela Tholke reports, participants even included a former college athlete from the University of Miami.
The Highlight League is making a comeback in South Florida as it is the fastest handball game in the world.
10 years old. Picked up my first basket when I was 16, started with a tennis ball, made my professional debut in college when I was a sophomore up at UCF, and literally turned this into a career.
Teamwork is very important in this league because obviously we are a team, we are 6 players.
I went to the University of Miami, so former athletes to go to have a chance to play a new sport and a chance to win prize winnings, $300,000, which is more than that now. And first time I saw the email, I was like, this is a little sketchy right here. The second time I saw it, I paid attention to who it came from. I gave a call and ended up, Juan Aracete said, hey, yes, this is a real thing. And I got to work out with him, and then we got to practice, and that was 2018. Now we're here in 2023, and I'm playing against guys that are top 5 in the world.
People of all ages are able to come to the Magic City Casino to see it live in action, or they can watch it online on ESPN. Reporting for Caplin News, I'm Daniela Tholke.
The Marlins were up for a challenge, this time against the Philadelphia Phillies.
That's still ahead, and so is this story.
In the backfield, and they go to the end zone, and caught, Hill, touchdown!
The Dolphins away in Los Angeles for their season opener, and let's just say it was a nail-biter. Newsbreak's just getting started. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
Radcliffe Art and Design Incubator is the velocity accompanying the fellow's rudder, as in a boat. Unless there is movement or action, the planned direction is of little consequence. We encourage the creative ideas into action, and from the experience of doing, we critically assess the feedback, adjust, and set out to rediscover the potentialities of an entrepreneurial mindset.
Stem is precise, no margin for error.
Dare to forget that. Dare to have fun with it. Get weird with it. Dare to send those old STEM theories flying past the neighbor's house into outer space. Dare to program something internet-breaking, record-breaking. Dare to blow their minds. Dare to learn the difference between sedimentary and metamorphic rock. Go find those rocks. Dare to keep daring. Dare to STEM. Check out She Can STEM to get started.
Football season's finally here, and who's not excited, right? The Dolphins tackled the Chargers for their first game of the NFL season. It's a mix of highs and lows, but the Dolphins guaranteed their 1-0 record against the Chargers in epic fashion.
The team headed to Los Angeles on Sunday with the Tua-Herbert rivalry up front. Both teams came out throwing bombs. The Fins were stopped on a goal line drive at the very smart start, and Herbert took his team for a touchdown in response. The Dolphins' defense was weak, but Tyreek Hill and Tua carried them to the halftime lead. In the end, the defense sacked Herbert twice, and the Fins won by 2 points, 36-34.
Marlins taking on the Phillies over in the city of brotherly love. Things started out looking real hairy for the Fish. Bottom of the Fish, Trey Turner cranks one into left center field. That's 2 runs for the Phils. Game gets up to 3-0 until this. Runners on second and third for the Fish. Yuli Gurriel hits it into the gap, brings 2 men in. Marlins and Phillies would notch a couple more runs. Top of the 8th, Brian De La Cruz with a CU later down into the center of the field. 2-run score. Marlins go on to win 5-4. You're watching Newsbreak. Stay close, friends. We'll be right back.
See us dream. See us remember. See us protest.
You matter. Your feelings matter. Your identity matters. Everything about who you are matters.
See us fight back. See us rebuild. See us shatter stereotypes. See us inspire. See us united. See us now.
There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. That's 1 in 5 daughters, sons, neighbors, and classmates who don't know where their next meal is coming from. Yet billions of pounds of good food go to waste every year. It's time we do something about it. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide meals to millions of kids and families in need. Visit feedingamerica.org to help them feed even more. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
That's all the time we have for Newsbreak. I'm Valentina Gaspari.
And I'm Christopher Gomez. Have a great Monday and an even better week. Get more news anytime at caplinnews.fiu.edu.